What if I told you that the purpose you've been desperately searching for isn't something you need to find, but something you need to uncover? 3% of people feel they're living without clear direction, chasing external validation through money and praise, only to end up feeling emptier than before. The breakthrough moment for me came when I stopped looking outward and started examining the intersection of four critical questions. This isn't another vague follow your passion lecture. This is a structured, proven system based on the Japanese concept of Ikigai that has helped thousands identify their unique purpose, including a former accountant who transformed her life after 15 years of feeling stuck. Stay with me, because by minute 7, you'll have your first clarity breakthrough. You've checked every box on society's success list. The career that impressed your parents, the salary that makes your friends envious, maybe even the relationship that looks perfect on social media. Yet when you're alone at night, staring at the ceiling, there's that unmistakable hollowness, a gnawing emptiness that whispers, is this really all there is? That feeling isn't failure. It's your call to adventure. I've worked with hundreds of high achievers who mistakenly treat this emptiness like a problem to be solved with more of the same medicine. Another promotion, a bigger house, more recognition. They're caught in what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill, running faster and faster toward rewards that provide increasingly diminishing returns of satisfaction. This pattern creates a particularly cruel paradox. Research from Harvard Business School found that individuals who organize their lives around external validation, status, wealth, and recognition report significantly lower life satisfaction compared to those driven by intrinsic values. Even more disturbing, as their external achievements grow, their sense of purpose often diminishes proportionally. The very success they chase actively deepens their feelings of emptiness. Think about the traditional hero's journey in mythology. It doesn't begin with the hero already wielding power and slaying dragons. It begins with recognizing that the comfortable, familiar world is actually incomplete or false. Your modern hero's journey starts the moment you admit that despite following all the right directions and earning everyone's approval, the map you've been using leads nowhere meaningful. When this realization hits, you'll encounter what Joseph Campbell called the threshold guardian, not some external monster, but the part of yourself that knows something more authentic exists, yet fears abandoning the security of your current identity. This guardian is clever. It doesn't tell you outright to stay small. Instead, it offers completely reasonable sounding excuses. I should be grateful for what I have. Maybe this emptiness is just normal adult life. Or I've invested too much to change direction now. The discomfort you feel when questioning your path isn't weakness. It's wisdom trying to break through. Your rational mind has been programmed to seek safety and status, but your deeper self recognizes that security without meaning isn't security at all. It's a sophisticated form of imprisonment. What separates those who remain trapped in successful but empty lives from those who discover genuine purpose isn't intelligence, resources, or luck. It's the courage to acknowledge a simple truth. Safety without meaning is its own form of failure. The people I've seen transform their lives all share one quality. They reached a point where the pain of remaining the same finally outweighed the fear of change. This is where most self-help advice fails you, offering vague platitudes about finding your passion without providing concrete direction. But there exists a framework that transforms this vague dissatisfaction into a practical roadmap. The Japanese concept of Ikigai, which we'll explore deeply in a moment, offers a structured approach to discovering your unique contribution. But before this framework can work, you must first cross the threshold of acknowledging your current path isn't working, despite all external evidence of success. So why do so many successful people still feel fundamentally lost despite achieving their goals? Because they've mistaken external markers of success, the promotions, the acquisitions, the accolades, for purpose itself. They've built lives of achievement without meaning, collecting impressive experiences without an underlying sense of contribution or direction. Your call to adventure isn't about abandoning your life and starting from scratch, It's about reframing what you already have, seeing your current dissatisfaction not as a personal failure, but as the first crucial step in your hero's journey toward purpose. That emptiness you feel isn't a void to be filled with more achievements. That signal guiding you toward something more authentic isn't random. It's part of an ancient wisdom tradition that's been empirically validated by one of the longest living populations on Earth. While most of us fumble through life trying to find purpose through painful trial and error, there exists a four-part framework from Japan that transforms this desperate search into a systematic expedition. The difference between those who find their purpose and those who don't isn't luck or talent, it's having access to the right map. This map is called Ikigai, which translates to reason for being. It's not another vague self-help concept that tells you to follow your bliss without practical direction. Instead, it provides concrete coordinates for navigating your hero's journey through four essential territories that, when they overlap, reveal your unique contribution to the world. Picture Ikigai as four overlapping circles, each representing a critical question about your life. What do you love doing? What are you naturally good at? What can society pay you for? And what does the world genuinely need? When these four elements intersect, you discover your purpose, not as some mystical revelation, but as a practical reality you can actually live. The problem with most approaches to finding purpose is their incompleteness. If you pursue only what you love, you might end up with passionate hobbies that leave you financially stressed, focus exclusively on what pays well, and you'll likely join the ranks of the well-compensated but spiritually bankrupt. Develop skills without connecting them to meaningful impact, and you'll master abilities that ultimately feel hollow. The true brilliance of Ikigai is its insistence on integration rather than compromise. This framework isn't just philosophical speculation. In Okinawa, Japan, home to one of the world's highest concentrations of centenarians, residents embody Ikigai through purposeful daily activity well into their 90s and beyond. They don't retire in the Western sense. Their lives remain structured around meaningful contribution, suggesting that purpose isn't just about fulfillment. It's literally life extending. When you live with purpose, you don't just live better, you live longer. Transforming Ikigai from concept to reality requires more than contemplation, it demands action. Begin with a simple but powerful exercise. Take a blank sheet of paper and create 3 columns. In the first, list everything you're good at, including skills you take for granted. In the second, write down what you love doing, activities that make time disappear. In the third, note world issues that genuinely move you, problems you wish you could solve. What makes this approach different from typical soul searching is its emphasis on concrete data points rather than vague feelings. You're creating a tangible inventory of your human capital, assets that often remain invisible until you deliberately catalog them. Many people discover connections they never noticed before. The organizational skills they develop managing their household might apply perfectly to community problems they care about. The patience they've cultivated parenting might translate to mentoring opportunities related to their professional expertise. The power of this framework emerges when you start connecting elements across categories, asking, how might my technical skills address environmental issues I care about? Could my teaching ability combine with my passion for music to create educational opportunities for underserved communities? How might my analytical thinking solve healthcare accessibility problems while creating sustainable income? This isn't a one-time exercise, but the beginning of an exploration process. The framework doesn't instantly reveal your purpose in a dramatic moment of clarity. Instead, it initiates a journey of strategic experimentation, trying new approaches, embracing informative failures, and gradually aligning your daily activities with emerging insights. Purpose isn't discovered through analysis alone, but through action and reflection. What makes Ikigai particularly powerful is that it addresses both meaning and practicality. Unlike approaches that treat purpose as purely spiritual or exclusively practical, Ikigai insists that true purpose must sustain you both emotionally and materially. When you find activities that energize rather than deplete you, create value others willingly pay for, utilize your natural talents, and address real needs in the world. You've discovered something rare and precious, sustainable purpose. As we come to the end of our journey today, remember that finding your purpose isn't a destination. It's an expedition of continuous discovery. The research clearly shows that purpose emerges through systematic exploration rather than sudden epiphany. You won't wake up one morning with perfect clarity. Instead, you'll build it incrementally through strategic experiment. Each small step, each new activity, each journal entry becomes data in your purpose laboratory. The beauty lies in the process itself. Saying yes to novel experiences, learning from inevitable setbacks, and constantly refining your understanding of where your unique gifts meet the world's needs. Purpose isn't something you find once and possess forever. It's something you nurture daily, allowing it to evolve as you grow. So don't wait for lightning to strike. Start asking better questions. Stop wondering vaguely what you should do with your life, and begin exploring specifically where your strengths, passions, and the world's needs converge. Your purpose isn't hiding, it's waiting to be uncovered through deliberate action.